we can partake of a perfect world, even as it is now, with all its apparent imperfections, which are the result of man deviating from the will of God. If we have full trust and faith in God and come closer to God in spirituality, we become less vulnerable to the effects of the present world's defects. So the blessing on seeing fruit-bearing trees blossoming for the first time in the year, and I hope I'm saying this right, Cantor and Rabbi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shelo chiser ba'olamo klum uvara vo briot tovot vilanot tovim lehitnaot bahen b'nei adam. Blessed be you, eternal our God, creator of the universe, who has withheld nothing from your world and has created beautiful creatures and beautiful trees in it, so that people may delight in them. And that's what's written on my day in the portion. Amen. So I think that concludes the remarks. Cantor, here's my... I'll put this down.
So once we say the blessings, we when we chant Shirat Hayam, the Song of the Sea, we invite you all to rise, and so it feels as if you too are about to make that precipice of crossing through the sea. I want to take us a little bit further this week. As many of you know, I was at a spirituality retreat with 40 plus clergy this past week. And we referred to the text that we read earlier in Exodus about being on holy ground. And one way that we can feel that holy ground is by removing our shoes. So you don't have to, but should you feel comfortable, I invite you to remove your shoes, which I have done, to feel the ground beneath you so that you can almost imagine as if you are going through the mud that has been created when the sea parted. And if you want to get closer to the Torah reading so you can see it being read from the Torah, we invite you to do so again once we've said the bracha. So, Ya'amo David ben Harav Binyamin la'aliyah harishona. And you can find the Torah reading if you want in the Chumash on page 488. We're in Exodus chapter 15, beginning with verse 1. No, Shell has her own yad, so it's buried. Okay. So we have another yad. So, okay, here. So you come here. You come this way.
Yes, ma'am.
And I will show David where we're reading. Here's the bracha. Do that. This is the easiest portion to find.
Yes.
So I will hit the top of it.
Baruch Adonai Hamavarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamavarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
We invite you to rise, and if you want to get closer, we invite you to do so. Here, Shell. You want to hold that? You want me to hold?
I think I can do two things at once.
You can do 10 things.
Do you want me to hold that mic for you? No. Oh, that's just fine. Amen. Az yashir Moshe u'bnei Yisrael et hashira hazot ladonai v'yomeru lemor ashira ladonai ki ga'oga sus farakavo ramavayam Ozi v'zimrat yav v'yehili lishua ze eli ve'anavehu Elohei avi v'aroma menahu Adonai ish milchama Adonai shemo Markavot paro v'chelo yarav ayam ומבחר שלישיו תובעו בים סוף. תהומות יכסיומו, ירדו במצולות כמו אבן. ימינך אדוני נדרי בכוח, ימינך אדוני תירץ אויב. וברוב גאונך תהרוס קמך, תשלח ארונך, יוקלמו כקש.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Ta'amud Yosef bat Rachel Leah v'Heshel la'aliyah hashniya. It's our pleasure to invite up Jody and Richard, Shell's daughter and son-in-law. I had to get that right this time. Oh, yes, we do. And you can use this. And I'll show you where we are. Right there. So we're going to start right there.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
We invite you to rise again, and if you're following along on the Chumash, we are still on page 488, beginning with verse 8.
Amen. Amar oyev. Thank you. I skipped a line. Amen. Uvaruach apecha nermu mayim, nitzvu kemoned nozlim, kafu tehomot belev yam. Amar oyev erdof asik achalech shalal, tim la'emo nafshi arich harbi, torishem o yadi. Neshafte v'ruchacha kisam oyam, tzalelu ka'oferet b'mayim adirim. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh. Netita yimincha tivle'emo aretz, Nechita v'chazdecha amzu ga'alta, nehalta v'ozecha el novei kodshecha. Shamu amim yirgazun, chil achaz, yoshvei palashet. There we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu erat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
This side. Please be seated. So we're going to take a moment to bless our Torah readers. So Mishaberach Avotenu v'Yimotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah, Hu Yivarech et all those who came up to the Torah. In honor of God and Torah, may they merit from the Holy One of blessing, protection, rescue from any trouble or distress, and from any illness, minor or serious. May God send blessing and success into their every endeavor. And together with all Israel, we say,
Amen.
Amen. So, okay, I'm calling you. Ta'amod Rachelea bat Aharon udevora la'aliyah hashlishit. That's you. It is you.
You know my Hebrew name.
It's been the same for 90 years.
Yeah. Mhm. Oh, it's Kaka. Palashit. Yes. I haven't got enough.
I know you're right. I'll take it down here.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMavarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarak Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar micho asher bachar banu michol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
Please rise.
Az nivalu alufei Edom elei Moab yokazei morad namogu kol yoshvei Canaan tipol alehem emata v'fachad bigdol zero echad yidmu ka'aven ad ya'avor amcha Adonai Ad Yavor Amzu Kanita Tuviemo Vatita Emo Bahar Nachalatcha Mi Machon Lashiftecha Pa'alta Adonai Mikdash Adonai Konanu Yadecha Adonai imlok leolam va'ed ki vasus paro brikbo uvafarashav bayam vayashev Adonai alehem et mei hayam uvnei Yisrael Halchu b'yabasha b'toch hayam Vatikach Miriam Hanaviyah Achot Aharon Et Hatov b'yada Vatetzena kol hanashim achareha Betupim uvimcholot V'ta'an lahem Miriam Shiru l'Adonai ki ga'o ga'a sus v'rakavo ramavayam.
You may be seated.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
Yisha koach. Put this one down. Okay. We offer this prayer to the Shekhinah, the feminine aspect of God. Dear Shekhinah, I ask you to offer a blessing to our dearest Shel. As a founding member, she holds a lot of the institutional memory of Shir Hadash. And for many years, I would say even to this day, she's the first smile, or one of the first smiles that you see walking into the building. We ask you to give her strength, koach, strength to continue to hold many of us upon her shoulders. May her spirit, her ruach, continue to move through her, as I felt that spirit when I met her in, of all places, as Rabbi Rafi said last night, in her bedroom, where choir rehearsals were taking place during our construction of this building. It's a long tale, right? From that day forward, she has continued to be a guide for me, as she has for many others. We have all been blessed to have been with Shel for many years, and her lev, her heart, and her nefesh, her beautiful soul, have graced us with all of her compassion and love. May they continue to shine brightly. May you bless her with shalom, with peace, contentment, and wholeness, free of as many aches and pains as possible. May Shel continue to be a presence, a guide, a warm smile, a dedicated friend, employee, though I often call her my boss, a founder, a parent, grandmother, and great-grandmother. May we all be inspired by her energy and spirit, her ruach, and live up to the example that she has set for all of us. As she attains 80 years, we say, Ad me'ah ve'esrim shana. May she live to 120 years. And we all say, Amen.
That's a bit much. My boss.
You are mine. You guys can go sit down. Yes, please do. We're also going to take a moment to say prayers for healing. If you have a name that you would like to bring into this space at this time, we invite you to do so as I go around the room, and I'll go this direction first. Diana, you have a name? Scott Van Gundy, Dave Stahl, Batcha Peters, Sandra Goldberger, Rich Sabridger, Meredith Cooper, Robert Bergman, Ruth Murad, Melanie Weil, Ron Victor, Prue Victor, Barbara Jacobs, Susanna Kuzis, Marilyn Katz, Joe Isaacson, Vicky Schnitzer, Stacy Stoffer, Lenny Sue Master, Susan Horwitz, Judy Sutton, Bernice Paris, Ellie Johnson, Ellen Seiss, Florence Mitnick, Jean Lewitt, Elwin Way, Sharon Kaplan, Raphael Ben Sarah Yitzchak, Cassie Bat Shelley, Fern Bear, Linda Scott, Valerie Tenenbaum de Leon, Mark Adams. The Mishaberach is found on page 371. Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach imotenu Mekor HaBracha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. To all of us, to all of them, to all of you, We offer a refuah shlema, a complete healing in body and in spirit. Ya'amdu hangmabi v'hagolelet, ya'amod hangmabi Rachamim ben Nachman v'Sara, ta'amod hagolelet Dina Rivka bat Eliezer v'Chana Fredo. We rise as the Torah is lifted. We'll get to see Shirat Hayam. Vezot HaTorah Asher Sam Moshe Lifnei Bnei Yisrael Al Pi Adonai Beyad Moshe Al Shlosha
Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Haolam Omed, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Haolam Omed, Al HaTorah ve'al Avodah ve'al Gimilut Chasadim, Al HaTorah ve'al Avodah ve'al Gimilut Chasadim.
Page 374.
Eitz Chaim hi lamachazikim ba v'tomecheha ve'ushar deracheha dachenoam v'chonetivotteha shalom ashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva kadesh amenu kekedem.
Aleinu on page 586.
Aleinu leshabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 590.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. We take time to remember those who are no longer with us. We remember those who've been taken from us during this past year. Isaac Zareski, Susie Zuckerman Gullett, Barbara Campos, Lucille Friedland, Michael Dorfman, Norman Whitkin, Joel Ash, Beverly Willits, Roger Scott, Lillian Statfield, Martin Fenster, Michael Goldman, Tucker Sanders, Judy Varadi, Al Parker, John Gittleman, Eileen Wolk, Berdine Coven, Bob Glasser, Zelda Rosenberg-Katz, Gary Hertzberg, Alex Goldberger, Mira Engel, Barbara Robbins, Elliot Matthew Berkowitz, Lynn Gabay, Nancy Hirschmeyers, Debbie Pink, Anna Casfin Matthews, Greg Herb, Lenora Kibble, Harry Ratner, Joel Gary Schwartz, Bill Rupright, Sid Gersh, and those who died at this season in years past: Bernard Master, Brian Schwartz, Charles Friedlander, Francis Blitz, Irene Kent, Isidore Pink, Katerina Pivk, Lillian Salter, Marlene Goodman, Marvin Berman, Max Eisenstadt, Miriam Salter Clapper, Peter Chortuk, Robert Hayter, Shelley Goodman Taub, Solomon Steigman, Stefan Laszlo. The congregation extends their condolences on the passing of Dr. Jack Meltzer, father of Judy Goldman. If you are in the first 7 days of mourning Shiva, please rise and share with us who you are remembering. If you are in the first 30 days of mourning Shloshim, please rise and share with us who you are remembering. If you are in the cycle of the first year of mourning, please rise and share with us who you are remembering. Bill Rupright. If you have a yahrzeit this week, an anniversary of someone's passing, please rise and share with us who you are remembering. And now you can support our community by standing or sitting, joining us with your voices or your hearts for the Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach erutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lomel maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha brichu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. May the memories of your dear ones always be a blessing in your life, and to all of your loved ones. Yehei zichram baruch. You may be seated. I am not sure who is, do we have a board rep, an official board rep? We have a few in here. There we go. Okay, so start here on Sunday.
Starting on Sunday. All right. Because we already had today. That's right. Okay. It's been a long day. Shabbat shalom. Figure if I get that down, it's good. Okay. I'm just going to highlight a few announcements. So Sunday, February 1st. Do I start over? Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Sunday, February 1st, so that's tomorrow, yes, 11 o'clock, the Yiddish are coming. And then previewing Saturday, February 7th, we have the Beit Omanut. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay. Come join Rabbi Rafi. Okay. And Kristen Johnson for a creative Jewish arts exploration after Shabbat morning service. Lunch from Boychuk Bagels. Always with the food. Sunday, February 8th, 8:30 a.m., Stanford Blood Drive. Donate blood and save lives. Donors will receive a special SBC Warriors sweatshirt. Friday, February 20th through Saturday, February 21st, we're going to install Rabbi Rafi, so that's going to be very exciting. Celebrate Rabbi Rafi with special guests and programming for the entire family. So that's going to be wonderful. And there's always, of course, more on our website, so please sign up for everything so we know who's coming and we can prepare accordingly. Anything else?
You can end up Rabbi Rafi's weekend with a bang with
the braid is coming that Sunday, so save some energy for that too.
And there is a program this evening at the JCC to, I guess, in Thanksgiving that all of the hostages are now home. I believe it begins starting at 6:30. Havdalah will be at 7:30 there. So if you are available this evening, I would love to see you there as we mark Havdalah and we mark the return of all of our hostages home.
6:25.
6:25. You might find it at Ein Elohenu there.
Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa V'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Ve'acharei Kiklot HaKom Levado Yimlok Nora Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Hoveh Ve'hu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa V'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Ve'acharei Kiklot HaKom Levado Yimlok Nora Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Hoveh Ve'hu Yeh B'tifara Ve'hu Echad Ve'ein Sheni Lehamshilo Lehachbira Beli Reshit Beli Tachlit Velo Haoz Ve'hamizra Ve'hu Eli Ve'chai Goalim Ve'tzur Chevli Ve'et Sahara Ve'hu Nisi Humanos Li Minat Kosi Be'yom Ekram Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa V'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Ve'acharei Kiklot HaKom Levado Yimlok Nora Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Hoveh Ve'hu Yeh B'tifara Be'yado Afkid Ruchi Ve'eti Shan Ve'ayira Ve'im Ruchi Geviati Adonai li Ve'lo Hiram Vishamru B'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat La'asot Et HaShabbat Ledorotam Brit Olam Vishamru B'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat La'asot Et HaShabbat Ledorotam Brit Olam Beni uven B'nei Yisrael Oti Le'olam Ki sheshet yamim Asa Adonai Et HaShamayim Be'et haaretz Be'et haaretz Ubayom HaShvi'i Shabbat Vayinafal
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
L'chaim.
פותח את ידיך ומסביר לכוחי רצון. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, המוציא לחם מן הארץ,